just trimming the beef, imagine. Just trimming these fillets. And then we had like beef glue as well because it was obviously so much, it was going to be so much wastage, especially from the tail, right? And you want to get it even. So I
totally forgot about beef glue.
We're basically, that's the first time I ever saw it. No, it's not true, but yeah, it's the first time I ever saw it used just like it was
like painting,
like it was
wall.
literally glue. Yeah. So you would take the chateau and kind of glue it. The middle section you could get, and then there was bits you would glue to make a fillet. So you just roll in it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to do trim. Someone was being gluing it, but this would go for days and days and days. It's like a week of just trimming, and then the next week would be sealing it, and then they would cook it to 60 or something independently, the fillets, and then obviously cool that down. And in the meantime, you have to do like temp checks on everything because it's going up to Kalgoorlie or going down to Kalgoorlie or east, whatever. And they're so anal about so they should be. So you have to record everything, like such a nightmare. And then obviously the amount of duck cell we have to make is fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then wrap everything, and we would double roll the pastry through the pastry.
Jesus.
Yeah, so we
were
were
making the pastry.
It was coming in on rolls, but we would double roll it to get more out of it, and also it was like, I don't know, so it wouldn't be doughy, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then like obviously in the end we're rolling this shit, just rolling for days. And it got so mind-numbing. Like, it felt like cabin fever. Like, it was like, oh, we got to do this again today.
And who was in charge of this? Because someone would have had to really think about this fucking shit.
So I don't want that job. Yeah. I was just sort of doing it, and then every now and then there would be like a stop. Wait, we can do this better or more efficiently. You know, that sort of like it was a day-to-day.
Yeah.
But, no.
And so then
so much money outlaid before you go.
You've already cooked the fillets pretty much, and then now you're just trying to cook the pastry and heat it up, but did that work?
So someone had a genius idea to freeze them all, but I think that was because of the truck and the time it took to get up there. And in the defrost, it was a nightmare. Like, they all cracked. All cracked. So all your weeks and weeks and weeks of work, it all cracked. And anyway, they came out fine. They came out perfect.
Did they?
Yep. And they're all sliced. Even just serving them. We're having like 4 people slicing them. And then, there would one person literally taking him over to all the plates. So it would be sliced
fucking
onto trucks, big trucks trays and putting them on the. But they look schmick, bro. You can just like a slice of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's got to be one of the hardest things to do ever.
Yeah. For like 3,000 people.
They're
all having the same shit.
Tough.
That's ignoring people. Obviously, other people are doing sides for the dish. I think it's probably something like broccolini on there, like a puree to put it on or something like that, and without just bleeding shit out of everything. Yeah.
Fuck, man. And some of those calls where you're like, should we freeze all these?
Yeah.
I reckon that's probably a good
I didn't want to
idea.
do it. I wasn't that in charge there though. It wasn't like I was making final decisions on this stuff.
The pastry might have proper fucked up.
I reckon it might have gone, it might have all drooped, it might have really wet. Yeah, so that was the thing. So I don't know.
Do you know what I want to see? I want to see a cooking show try and do 3,000 beef Wellingtons.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. And then there's like that thing about like trusting who you trust with what. Because you're always going to have those numpties around those catering companies that are just good at doing random shit and not doing like good shit well.
You can clean the broccolini. I'm doing the duck cell.
Yeah. Even brushing them, I remember we pre-brushed them with egg. That's so many eggs. But it's just to reduce what you bring up there as well. Because it goes on like fucking semi-trailers up there. So you got to reduce everything you do. But to have that done, I was like, fuck.
Function and catering is just a whole nother beast, eh?
Yeah, that meat glue is fucked too.
Meat glue, yeah, I think it's cancerous.
So if you breathe it in, it can glue your lungs together because that's where it operates in that temperature. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few of those.
You can feel it in the air when it's happening. Yeah. You can feel it in your nose.
It's bad.
and on your lips, you can feel it, and you're like, I don't want any part of this, but let's keep going, and you got to move. They ended up just having like a guy that glued it, or a couple of guys that were just gluing.
Kill one person. Let's just not try and kill three.
Yeah, but you couldn't have it around everywhere.
The funny thing about fine dining was like, well, when the gastronomy stuff really amped up and things, and we're all doing fucking Heston Blumenthal shit, and it's meat glue and I just remember this shelf of chemicals, the xylotols, the xanthan gums, but the other ones that were way worse than xanthan gum, the other emulsifiers and
the agar and all this sort of shit.
Yeah, I mean agar's okay, but there was just a fucking list of chemicals in this extra shelf that we had, and the meat glues and things, and I'm like, man, and I was kind of coming to the point where I like wanted to do organic food stuff. Yeah, I was like produce heavy.
Oh, chicken.
I found it odd that
sizzler bread.
That they were trying to like you would go to a high-end kitchen and get more chemicals than you would at the pub, is what I found odd about it.
Yeah, true.
Because they were putting it in all of the purees and stuff to like every purees looked perfect, but they had emulsifiers in them now and stuff like that.
Well, we would put xanthan in the puree, like like tiniest little bit, and that would just all clear it up. So it was wouldn't be watery.
Yeah, but things like xylitol and stuff aren't good for you.
Yeah,
right. But they were all
Surely not.
They were all like these different sugar alternatives and shit.